We don't know if we'll ever have our own children. That's still always on the table.
Mm-hmm. It's not on the table. It's not like a food.
Well, no, that's not how you refer to it. But
congratulations on this upcoming spinoff show. It looks so fantastic. So why did you want to document your journey going back to Thailand and, being with your family?
For me, I think it's important because where I came from, and I go back even 8 years ago, when I started my journey going to Thailand, you've heard me mention the story. Why I shared my story to begin with is, I went there, I had lost everything. Moved to Thailand, I was teaching in Thailand, in Chyna, lost a lot of weight, met Annie, came to America. I was unprepared when I came to America, started hitting that rock bottom again, turned things around, and our life is in a good place.
Yes, and a lot better. You're lucky you find me.
Absolutely. Like every morning when I say my prayers, when I do, we have a Buddha table in the house.
At least I don't jealous when you get taped to the waiter.
Yes, Annie doesn't get jealous. She doesn't like when I tip it when she first came to America. Now you tip more than I do. She's been Americanized. But I wanted to show people that you can hit rock bottom, come back. And for me, I think the importance of showing this journey is that I might be 53 years old, but life continues on and want to make the most of it. Annie has given me the best years of her life, and I want to make sure that we can enrich all of our families. And we are in a fantastic place right now.
I love that. That's so great. So this series or this show documents you going back to Thailand to bring back Annie's brother and cousin to America. So why did you guys both decide to do that? And it seems like it was a lot more challenging than you thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Well, it's always challenging with teenagers. But I think the difficulties is we're living in difficult times. Mm-hmm. It's not 20 years ago.
Yes, and also, to bring the kid back at first is our goals because in Thailand, they closed the school for 2 years. So the both of them didn't go to school. They kind of lost, and also the human interaction and also the class and stuff, they don't learn enough.
For me, having a better understanding, and Annie have a better understanding that if you speak English and you are educated in America or the West, you can go back to Thailand and be extremely successful. That's for every person in any country. If you are in America and you speak multiple languages.
At the first time when I met David, he was a teacher. I just look at, you have a passport, you have American passport, you speak good English, you can be teacher, get your degree. See, you guys, very, very easy. But for us, it have to go many steps, and that's why the reason I told David, I want to teach them as much as English as I can, and I want them to be successful more than I do.
Yeah.
We don't know if we'll ever have our own children. That's still always on the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on the table. It's not like a food.
Well, no, that's not how you refer to it, but that's when you say it's not like something that's an option right now.
Yeah.
In other words, we haven't ruled that as an option.
My baby on the table.
No. I mean, we haven't taken that out. It's like still considering.
Okay.
So little things I have to explain that American. She thinks we're having a baby for the lunch, but I mean, it's a baby salmon. It's a baby fillet. It's I know you baby octopus. Stays at me.
Try to be serious.
So it's these are the life is serious. You might as well be happy and laugh.
Right.
So these are the things that why we felt it was important is because we don't have our own children, and as Annie gets older, then even though they're not of the next generation, they're young enough to be the next generation to make sure that she has help as she's older, as in Thai culture.
Yeah, I really realized to my cousin more than my brother because my cousin, she's a woman. So when we grow up, we kind of closer. And for the Thai culture, if you're a man, if you got married, you have to, not like you have to, but like the culture, you have to move to your wife's house. So I'm going to have nobody.
Fortunately, Annie moved to America where I didn't have to move to the village.
Well, I didn't live in your mom's house.
No. We lived in a storage facility.
And how did your cousin and your brother feel about coming to America? Were they all on board with it, or did you have to do some convincing?
I think stay tuned. I think there's some ups and downs along the way.
My cousin, I can tell you, like my cousin Amber, she just personality just like me, like my corning me. So she more excited.
Yeah, definitely. Did this put a strain or any hardships on your relationship together doing this when you went?
I don't think it ever put a strain on our relationship. Bonds stronger and stronger every day. We're in a better place today than yesterday. To me, I feel like, you know, if we could make it through the first part of coming to America, the first couple of years, when you made it from that low, when we were from a firehouse to a storage facility.
I can survive in the World War III if I can survive from the Dixie Highway in Kentucky. So I didn't scare of anything. Oh God, I'm survived from Dixie Highway, Kentucky. Yeah. So
you guys feel like you guys can get through anything at this point?
Yes.
Well, we still stick by that philosophy. If two people stick together,
nothing bad can happen.
Yeah.
My safety is important. So.
You know, and we do. We live by that mantra. You've heard us say it over and over. Positive thinking does create
positive outcome.
Yeah, no, that is so true. I mean, you guys have both been together for a while now. How do your families feel about each other now? Annie, how does your family feel about David now?
My family is always love and respect David.
We have to respect him, older than most of them, except grandmother. Yeah, I do why her parents, you know, as you're supposed to why.
It's like
they laugh because I'm older.
We adult relationships to them, what they see. You know, we adult, we not like a teenage relationship for them to worry. Because in Thai culture, when you are in relationship, if you know, still young teenager or even 21, they're still concerned, you know. You will leave, you will sleep next door with your parents, and you hear everything like they don't arrive. You're like, it's like, I don't know, they raise us like kids. They still look at us like kids. But when we grow up, they kind of like what do you call, like more respect?
Yeah, it's respect, and especially because where we're at, you know, they never get a phone call saying we're fighting. You know,
never.
And my family absolutely loves Annie.
Yeah.
You know, my father, right before he passed away, one of the last things he did is he called her on her birthday. And he passed away a week later. He called for every birthday. My mom and my children, and my sisters, they absolutely love her. And in fact, Annie's wedding ring was my great grandmother's engagement, and it's 122 years old, that was given to my mom. My mom gave to her on our first anniversary. So there is a lot of love, you know. Every family has their, you know.
And you just ask me what the ring gonna go when I die.
You know, it's not those.
I'm not gonna die yet.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know. So I mean, those are little things, but outside of that, we just, you know, obviously with us living in Arizona, and you know, with the Jacob in Texas and Ashley in Louisville, and my other daughter's in Brandenburg, Kentucky. So we'll go back in the spring. It's just too tough this time of year. And with my mom being in West Virginia, and she has been going through chemo. So we saw her before. She's doing well, but with COVID and her immune right now, it just, you know, we Zoom call. I talk to my mom every day.
That's good.
But we will go to Charleston. She's in Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah. Well, I wish her a speedy recovery and hope that she's okay. Yeah. I know you mentioned before that, you know, babies are still on the table. I mean, where are you in that process? I know, David, you were talking about possibly reversing your vasectomy, and, you know, are you guys still talking about that?
We are still talking about it, because there is a fertility clinic in Bangkok where it's, you know, they're known for that.
But I'm really scared because how long have you tied up?
I mean, well, the vasectomy, there's ways they can extract without having to do the vasectomy reversal. There's newer technology where they just go in with a needle and, what's better than just cutting, I can tell you that. I mean, it's like taking a garden hose and having to
Why you told me that?
Well, you don't have to go through it. I mean, All you do is just take your egg and.
No, it's a sperm getting old like your age.
What do you think? It has gray hair like this?
What happened? Like when we decide 5 years from now and the baby born look like 80 years old, is that
work.
possible?
No, it's not possible.
To learn a lot of science. My school don't teach
This is
that.
why we want to bring the kids to America. It is exactly the reason why. You see how biology works in the rural schools, you know.
I love that.
Some sperm comes out with gray hair. Do I have to cover the baby's hair and yours too?
That's amazing. Oh my God. You just made my day. That was so funny. I love it.
I can't wait to see the meme of that one.
Seriously.
Any baby, she's coloring the hair. It's great.
You can be friends with my grandma.
When you get Botox same time, buy one, get one free. Well, you can be a reincarnation. It could be your grandfather. I mean, it's...
Yes.
Well, we name him Sukaj. Which is a Thai name. I tease about that all the time. If we have a baby, can we name him Sukaj? And that's like 100-year-old name, like naming Ethel, you know, or those names from that era.
I love that. I love that. That's hysterical. Annie, I love that you posted a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, how proud you were of David's weight loss. I mean, you look fantastic. David, what made you, both of you look fantastic. I mean, what made you want to lose the weight and kind of kickstart this new health journey?
You know, trying to climb the three-wheel mountain in Thailand really said, you know, it's time to get back. When I'm in Thailand, it takes me back to that positive place. I really, you know, will one day live in Thailand again. Just feeling good. You know, when I was there, just walking more, longer I was there, walking more, and came back and just said, let me get back into this. I started doing somewhat low carb. I'm not perfect with it, because if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you can't just not eat chips.
Yeah, and also, you know, I'm going to make sure he sleep before me, because I will look at the refrigerator. If I see he try to open refrigerator after dinner, then I should just buy close refrigerator and go back to bed with empty stomach. But that's good. That's how you lose weight faster than anything.
And I walk every day.
Yes.
And, you know, just recently joined the gym over here. And, you know, it's a slow progress. I didn't gain it quickly, and I'm not going to lose it quickly. And I also do apple cider vinegar. So I'm doing a combination of all hands on deck. Yeah. If I can just put my wine down before I go to sleep, then I probably would be back to where I was when after I was in Thailand. But I'm not, you know, look, one step at a time. You know, giving up carbs, giving up wine,
giving up MBN.
I've been off the MBN now for about 10 months, which really has helped, honestly. For sure, I was on Ambien. I started taking it, and that's when I started gaining weight. When I came back, because I was just, you know, I had a rough time sleeping, living on Dixie Highway. The noise was just, you know, and when you take Ambien, as you know, it's...
When we move on here, it's just as positive and healthy.
I
remember when we were in Louisville, you go to hospital every 2 weeks because
the stress level was just, I was having what I thought were like gallbladder attacks, and it was anxiety.
Wow.
But we didn't public it because we don't want everyone.
I don't share sickness and illness. Our posts tend to be positivity because we want to, you know, yes, I posted about my dad. I haven't really posted about my mom because it's not that I want sympathy. I don't want, with my dad, I needed the support because it was so unexpected. A year ago, but we really focus on positivity. And that's what, when we wake up every morning, you know, and I've said this to you before and to everybody else, my life is like the movie 50 First Dates. Not like 10 Second Tom, let me rephrase that. Because every day I have to make sure she falls in love with me again today. And, you know, so like I usually get up before she does. So when I hear her sneeze, I get the coffee ready, get her little vitamins, because she won't take vitamins as much as I, you know. I'm like, here's your allergy, here's your L-lysine, which is natural antiviral, here's vitamin D, C, echinacea, we're fighting a pandemic, you know, and multivitamins to, you know, buy the usual things. My mom's an all natural, she's into all natural medication. So it's, you know, I try to
For me to losing weight is a lot easier than David because I'm
Because you're small. I mean,
yeah.
when she says she's I lost weight, it's like, okay, you went from this to this. For me, it's like going from like a foot long sub to a 6 long, you know.
Yeah, I will wake up and drink a cup of coffee, just regular coffee, no sugar, no cream.
Yeah.
And walk and eat only lunch, breakfast, and dinner is one time. And drink a lot of water.
Yeah, sometimes twice, but most of the time, like we do like a brunch and maybe a light dinner. It depends.
Yeah.
And because of cooking, like what I've cut out with carbs is like, it's okay. I want to, let's say, a breakfast sandwich. So I get like turkey bacon, low fat cheese, and then I get the cauliflower or I get the low carb wraps. A lot of time I've been eating a lot of salad and just like doing like, she'll make the holy basil, like chicken holy basil or ground turkey, the gapow. And instead of putting it over rice, I'll put it on the salad and maybe put some salsa on it to make it just little things.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you have a goal in mind when it comes to weight loss, or are you like, is that?
I don't weigh myself per se. I just want to get back. I go by clothes.
Yeah, that's
so
smart.
You feel comfortable. Yeah,
so
me too.
When you saw those jeans that she posted, that was a size 50 to compare to a 40.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
I still have 8 to 10 sizes to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to still get back to the A cup that I've always had all my life. So it's, even when I was thin, I still had, a chest. I'm like.
Definitely. Well, I think.
To throw out all the clothes I have because not throw out, I probably resell it too. Because it's a brand new and it's so beautiful. Like last year, I bought size 8 to 12. And now I wear it's like size 2.
I remember when we first met, we were in China when I was teaching there. And we go in like dry size and like, I'm looking at like her jeans and it's like 0, 2. I'm like, how can I even, and I was thinner. I mean, I couldn't even get my arm in this thing. I mean, that's a human body in there. I mean, that's like, how? What does one grade fill you up? I mean, it's like.
Right. Well, I think you both look great.
We were in China because I was working and I would come home because I had 2.5-hour lunches. That was the way the school was. I'd come home and there was lunch and then I come back, in the afternoon, she had a snack and I'm looking at all these cherry pits. It was fresh cherry season. That's like 2 kilograms of cherries. Like, how? Where'd this go?
It's not hamburger.
I know what I'm doing. Like, how do you say so thin? Yeah, I agree.
I love it. So what do you think about Tiffany and Ronald's messy divorce all over social media?
I don't really feel that you should post your divorce on social media because there's children involved. Look, if people are not meant for each other, they're not meant for each other. I think it should go quietly into the night. I wish them both the best, as we do every couple.
Yes. Yes. Because we met Tiffany in person before, and I feel like she's very awesome. She's very strong. She raised 2 kids by herself, and
amazing children. I mean, just
you see how love and how care for her older son Daniel. So I feel like she's amazing. As a woman, look at the woman, So I think she's amazing to raising 2 child. I have a hard time raising 53 years old husband, so I have to give her a lot of credit.
Definitely. All right, what about Derick and Hazel back together? Do you think that'll last?
I have no comment.
I wish all 3 of them. I mean, I wish both of them the best. I hope it's a refreshing start, minty fresh.
Yeah. Speaking of weight loss, what did you think of Angela's weight loss?
I'm happy for Angela.
She look healthy. She look feel good about herself. She dance on TikTok all the time. I need to learn how to dance with her because I'm not that good.
Look,
you need to take a class with it.
I wish Angela, no matter what the situation ever happens with Michael, I want Angela and Michael, both of them, to live their best life. And Angela is a couple years older than I am. She's living her best life. She is really sacrificed her whole life for her children, her grandchildren, her mom when she was alive. Angela really does have a sweetheart deep inside, and I think that let her enjoy her life. Definitely. It's one life.
Yeah.
Definitely. Which couple is most likely to stay together or split up? Big Ed and Liz or Colt and Vanessa?
That's like asking, do you want to go to endoscopy or colonoscopy? I mean, I ultimately think that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we are the person should judge them. Should they stay or should they submit?
Yes, because I don't like to hear the negative.
If they happy together, no matter what social media they post on, I mean, it's,
I think
Colt it's up to them.
Vanessa probably had a little bit better of a chance. I mean, as long as they share that love of cats, I don't think anything will break them up. With Big Ed and Liz, we met them, and I was shocked to see them get back together. And if they can make it work, and
it's good for them.
Yeah, stay humble and just remember we're everyday people, and if you can do that, you can last.
Definitely. Were you surprised?
We're not celebrities. We're just everyday people. We happen to be on TV. That's it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Were you surprised at David and Evelyn's divorce?
Yes, because we're very close.
Yes,
they spent Thanksgiving with us last year, so I was very shocked.
Yes.
And
the last visitor, it's just David came visit us.
Yeah, he was just with us right before the announcement of it, and we were shocked to hear it. Sometimes in life, people are better off to go in their own separate paths in a happy way. Yeah. David is a good man. He is absolutely a.
So is Evelyn.
Yes.
She's an awesome lady. I mean, honestly, she young, and she might have a different goal in her life. That's why they divorced. But for both of them, these two people, is amazing.
It's better if you're intersecting in life. It's better to keep going than try to force down a path that will end up and say, "Why did I waste 20 years?"
Yeah. So we just wish both of them the best because they are amazing.
Yeah. Well, David and Annie, thank you both so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Good to talk to you.
Yes, good to talk to you. Of course, and Happy New Year, and congrats again on the new show.
Thank you so very much.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.